not morning, it's 1 p.m. So kind of close, but not really. We're gonna go over my physical TBR today, which I think I'm not gonna pull every book out because it's just gonna be too many. I'm not like Destiny and I don't have 200. Thankfully, I don't think I can fit that many in my apartment, but it's not too bad. There's, wait, I just said me. 71, although I did just order like 7 off of Book Outlet, so we're gonna just pretend it's pretty much almost 80 books, which I know isn't too bad, but I think I still need to kind of do a book buying ban for at least January, February, try to tackle some more books before I buy some more. Although there's all of the new releases. I already have the Crescent City 3, House of, it's not Sky and Breath, the dark one, that's gold on the cover. That one's already pre-ordered, so it's not my fault. I have to read that one, of course. First, I have It Girl by Ruth Ware. Not too sure about that one. I've heard good and bad things, so we'll find out. We have Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan. Again, I think this was a thriller, so we'll have to see how that one goes. Another one I have is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Again, friends have told me that it's good, but I haven't really heard too much about it. I think it used to be like a popular one, so we'll have to wait and find out about that one. I think another like thriller horror one. And then I got The Dinner Guest by B.P. Walter. Again, not the best ratings. It's okay, but I think I was just at a book fair and I just grabbed a bunch of scary looking ones to kind of have for the fall. But we'll see. I haven't gotten to it yet. The Push by Ashley Audrey. That one I think is also another thriller, so we're going to see how that one goes. That one's got more of like a 4-star rating on Goodreads, so let's hope that it matches. A Certain Hunger, obviously a cannibalism one. I have had, who is it? I think it was Heather McLary and Kels have all recommended that one. I've heard it's pretty detailed, and I was kind of hoping to save that one for October, but then October passed, so maybe we can read that one for Valentine's. That could be a good plan. Another horror one I got is A Dreadful Splendor by B.R. Myers. I think it's also a romance. I could be wrong. But also excited for that one. I have Wildfire and Icebreaker that I still need to read. Again, I figured Icebreaker would be easy to read in January and December because that's kind of the winter theme, but hopefully I get to those. The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrandt. I know I need to read that. I think it was Sarah Caroli that first read it and said that it was really good, so I gotta read what Sarah reads, which is a lot of what my TBR is. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. That one and one of my other friends also said that was good, so maybe save that. I feel like I can't read that when it's cold outside. I have to wait for the summertime. Another book is Melmoth. I'll put it there, by Sarah Perry. That one, I actually have no idea what it's about at all. I think I just bought it from like a used bookstore and was hoping for the best. Oh well. Another one that I got from a book fair was Meryl Streep Movie Club. I think it was just like a fluffy novel that I was hoping for. Again, we'll see how that one goes, or even if I get to it. Chances are I might start it, see if I can try to read it in a day, but I know it's probably not going to happen. It's going to drag out, and I don't know. But positive thinking. Another one I have is Rose Matter by Stephen King. I've read quite a few Stephen King. Most of his kind of messed up things before all of that, and some of his newer ones as well. But I think the Rose Matter was, I don't know what year it was, 96. So it's probably going to be a little graphic. Again, no idea what it's about. I just kind of grabbed it because I thought that I should be reading all of Stephen King's novels, since I already do. Still Life by Louise Penny. Now, I read one by her already, but this is kind of like a detective novel, and she has a bunch of the different ones. But I think you just kind of have to, you can read them on their own. You don't have to read the first one. Still Life is the first book, I believe, to this Detective Armand, I think his name is. Another light and fluffy one I have is Sunset on Moonlight Beach by Sheila Roberts. I think I've read a couple of hers, and they're just super light and fluffy, like the ones that you can get in an airport or like a drug mart. So maybe save that one for the summertime, just an easy read. One that I currently have is The Chestnut Man. Here, pull that one up. I know it's a Netflix series right now, but I haven't read it before. But I haven't heard anything about it either, to be completely honest. Again, this was one that I got from the book fair that I was hoping to read in October to try to mood read, but never got to. So I have an audiobook going, and then I'll go back and forth between the two. The chapters are short, so that's really nice. There's a bunch of different POVs, but so far it's okay. Somebody's murdered, and they're all trying to figure it out, which, like, typical horror thriller. So working on that one right now. I also have Ripper by Stefan Petrucha. I don't know why, but I just love any and all of the Jack the Ripper kind of novels. I haven't read the one that I know is, there's a popular one right now that's a bunch of different books about like falling in love with Jack the Ripper. I think that one's supposed to be good, but we'll see. Next, I have Shell Game by Sarah Paretsky. Again, no idea what it's about. So you can tell that a lot of my TBR is based off of not knowing what they're about. This one I think was a gift, like a Christmas stocking years ago. I think it's supposed to be a thriller, or if it's hopefully some type of game, like in the title, I don't know. Another one I grabbed was Married in Texas by Debbie McComber. Again, another like drugstore read if you find it, but probably again wait until the summer or March. I don't know. There's flowers on the cover, so it's that mood read. I have historical fiction, The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. So I think that one I heard was good. I think I heard it in a recommendation video once. Again, I've had it for I don't know how long, and I really need to get to it. Another one we have is In the Dark We Forget by Sandra S.G. Wong. I think this one, again, I think I completely judged it by the cover, and I thought that it would be a good thriller. Another one, we have American Dirt by Janine Cummins. I've heard mixed things on this. I think I've heard that it's pretty dark. That one I don't know. I try to do this thing where I'll get an audiobook going at the same time of something that I already have on my bookshelf. So I feel like American Dirt will probably be one that I do back and forth like I do with Chestnut Man, and see how that one goes. Another one I have is, back when Colleen Hoover was kind of popping off, I pre-ordered and have Never Never by her and Taryn Fisher. Again, didn't get to it yet, but I might give it a go. I really would feel terrible if I ordered it and I just don't even try to read it. So we'll see if I can get like 50 pages in and see how I feel about that. Next, Check and Mate. Obviously that one's a really popular one by Ali Hazelwood, so I need to read that one. Same with Love Theoretically, I also have on my TBR. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I just got that one this year. I think Sarah said it was okay. I don't remember if Haley read it or not, and I think Destiny just kind of like threw it aside. So we'll see. Another Colleen Hoover that I still need to get to that I pre-ordered because I was so excited about it is It Starts With Us. Again, I've heard mixed things about it. It Ends With Us was really good. I kind of want to know Atlas's view, at least on like the after part, and see how that goes with them, but we'll see. Another random one I have is The Cactus by Sarah Haywood. I think that was popular when it first came out, which was 2019, so we'll see how it goes. Another random one I have is My Husband's Wife by Jane Corey. Again, don't know anything about it. I think I picked it up at a bookstore because it was like $5. One I am excited for is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. I read When in Rome and I absolutely loved it. I think that was at least that was one of my 6-star reads for 2023, and I absolutely loved it. To this day, I still think about it and I melt every time I think about it. Book Lovers by Emily Henry, I still need to read. I know Sarah just did, not a reread, but I think she DNF'd it, and then she read it again and said it was really good, so I would like to get to that one. A bigger one that I have is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. I've just been a really big fantasy kick, but I haven't even tried to read it yet. The cover is gorgeous, which is partly probably why I got it, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, we'll see. Another one I have is Never Saw Me Coming. I think that one, again, book fair. I grabbed it. It was a $5 book, and I wanted a thriller. So we'll see if I get to that one. One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid I also have. I really like the idea of, well, obviously I didn't like it, with like the husband dying and then she ends up getting engaged to somebody else, and then years later he contacts her and she's like, "You're still alive?" So I think that premise kind of really interested me, so I kind of am excited to look into that. A really old one I still have on my bookshelf is The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chima? That one, I think, I don't know, a friend gave it to me. I have the first 2 books of it. I don't even know how many books are in the series, or if it's even a duology. I feel like there's more than the 2, but I was going to get into that one. Another thickie that I have is The Fionavar Tapestry. It's by Guy Gabriel Kay. It's 3 books, but the one that I have is all 3 books in one. And I have heard so many good things about it, but just the size of that book is, I think it's over like 1,000 pages, and it's super tiny font. And I finished Kingdom of Ash, and that was almost 1,000 pages, and I did that last year, and I think it took me a month to read, and I really want to get to it. I really do, but the size is just so intimidating, so we'll see if I get to that this year. The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. I read a couple of her books and they were pretty good. Just kind of quick, easy thriller read. Educated by Tara Westover, I still have to get to. We'll see about that one. Again, I've heard it's kind of like the life-changing, great read. I probably should read it for my actual career, but I have not gotten to it yet, but I should. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I ordered the entire series. All the book girlies were raving about it, so obviously I made sure that I bought the whole box set from Amazon before the new year of my book buying ban, so I will be getting to that one hopefully this year. From Book of the Month, I got She Started It by Cian Gilbert. Again, people kind of trashed right on it, so I'm not too excited to pick it up, but I think I'm still gonna at least give it a shot. Just, again, everybody has different views, so why not? One that I am excited about, that again I still have not gotten to, is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I'm so sorry if I messed that up. It's like a pirate adventure book, and I think that just sounds so cool. So I would really love to get to that this year. Another one that I just picked up at a used bookstore was River at Night. I think I just did because of the cover of it, by Erica Forensic. Again, I think it was a thriller or a mystery. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna give that a go. Why not? Next, we have The White Hair by Jane Johnson. I think that one was a thriller, I think. Someone's chasing someone, I think. I don't know. But I think I was excited to get to that one too. The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I still have to get to that one as well. Love Riley Sager. I loved The House on the Lake, so minus the lake ending. But that if you've read it, you understand that one part. But I think I've heard only good things about this one. I think maybe I heard like a cheesy ending or something, but I don't know. We'll find out. One that I'm excited about, if anybody's heard it, is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. It's kind of like a Aladdin retelling, at least it sounded like in the back of the book, but except like Aladdin and Jasmine switch roles. It's not actually Jasmine. I don't remember what the characters' names were, but Jasmine's the thief and Aladdin's the prince that she has to kind of like get to fall in love with her or something. But I'm excited to try to read that one. Next, I have Holly by Stephen King. This was one of his newer releases as well this year, and it just won, I believe, the horror for Goodreads of 2023, so I think I wasn't planning on reading it, but obviously he won an award for it, so I kind of want to see if it goes back to his roots a little bit, like Pet Sematary or The Shining. I just really want to kind of see the vibe of that one, and I don't know. I'm excited for that one. Next, I have These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I finished every single book by Sarah J. Maas, or all of the series that Book Talk everybody recommended the last year. So I heard that one was compared to ACOTAR at least, so I'll see if it's the same, but I don't know. Again, I've heard good and bad things, so I'm excited to find out myself. We also have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I think that one I heard mixed reviews as well. I think for the most part people said it was good. I don't know. I think it's, again, committing to another long series. It's not that long. I think it's like 4 or 5 books, but I don't know. We'll see. Excited. Another one, we've got Lightlark by Alex Astor. I think I didn't hear that many good things, but then she was in an interview with, like, what's her name? Kristen Bell, Kristen Bell wanted to be an actress in it, in the movie, if there was a remaking. So that just kind of changed it didn't change my mind. I think it's a bunch of different like games that this person has to go through. Maybe like a Hunger Games bit, but I don't know. I wanted to kind of check that one out too. Next, I have Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I just finished Caraval a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was pretty good. I really liked how lyrical and fluffy, and it was just such a good book. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I'm excited for Legendary. I am also currently reading The Ballad of Never After with Jax, and then I just kind of put 2 and 2 together, where I knew you had to read Caraval first, or at least it was recommended. You didn't have to, but just kind of hearing again of him falling in love with Donatella, and it's just a cool thing now. So I need to read everything to find out. Especially I feel like Legendary is Donatella's story, so if I can find out what happened with her and Jax, then that would be great. I got The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, so I'm excited to try to read that series as well this year. Again, I think I've only heard good things. I think there was one, I think it might have been Destiny, I could be wrong, who wasn't a complete fan of it. I know Haley loved it. I don't remember what Sarah said, but when I read that one. Another one of Sarah, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Manisalco. I was gonna try to read it, and then I saw that the font was a little bit tiny, and so I just kind of gave up at that moment. But I will definitely try to get into that this year. Next, we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Again, Haley fam, she recommended that one, and I have not stopped hearing good things about it ever since. So hopefully I get to tackle that one this year. Next, we have Masters of Death, Olivia Blake. I think that one sounded cool. I think that was the one of a vampire trying to sell a haunted house, I think. And then another vampire one by her that I have is One for My Enemy. And I think that one was kind of like the Romeo-Juliet battle between vampires. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'll probably read that one in this next month after I do my January kind of TBR picks. Hopefully pick up something like that. It matches up. Next, I think this is I don't know if it's a dark romance, but I know it's a spicy romance. It is The Anti-Hero by Sarah Kate. There's actually a book, what is it? It's not a book fair, book conference, convention, some type of book thing that's coming up in end of March called Romance in the Rockies. That's being hosted in Calgary here. And me and a friend got tickets for it. And I'm just trying to read a bunch of the authors that are going to it, because the only ones that I know are Elsie Silver and Tessa Bailey. So I would love to actually know like a bunch of the authors that are going to be there and see if they can get some books signed. Another one that I got is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. Absolutely hated the first one of Twisted Love. I listened to it as an audiobook, and maybe that was my own fault. Definitely not something I think I would recommend to listen to. There was no good parts to it. I don't know. In my own opinion, that's it. I know some people love it, some people hate it, but that was just not my vibe. Next, I have Reckless by Elsie Silver, which honestly, I think I'm 185 pages in. I kind of just started it the other day, and it's so good. Theo Silva. I wish that the Cowboys in Calgary were actually like this. Maybe they are. I haven't met them. I'm looking for them, but this man is amazing. And I thought Powerless was my favorite one with the kind of the hockey romance, but I think this might end up being my next favorite, or I might bump it out of the water. I don't know. But I still have this one, and then I still have Hopeless that are also coming up. So I will hopefully get to those. Another one is Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I'm really excited for this one. I've also only heard good things about it, so I'd be so excited if I could get to that. If I could do that this month, that would be wonderful. But Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. I got that one in a Book of the Month box, and I thought that I would get to it in October and November for mood reading, because again, it's about a haunted house. Didn't do that. So maybe like a January read, I don't know. I would say all of the books I plan on reading in January, I don't think it's going to happen, but I would like to. The next super popular one, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I ended up getting actually 2 books for Christmas. One's the hardcover and one's the original, but I just can't wait to read it. All of the book girlies just make it sound so amazing, and I would hopefully read it before the second one comes out. Next is You Again by Kate Goldbeck. Again, it was a Book of the Month book I got, and I was hoping to read it in the fall time. Did that happen? No. But it's fine. that's where everything's fine. I'll find a time this year to hopefully read it. Another one, we have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I really, really want to read this so that I can also read the second book, because I've heard it's another kind of point of view that sounds really interesting. So we'll see about that one. Next is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I loved The Bodyguard. It was so good. Just like the cute romance of, again, like a woman bodyguard helping save the Jack Stapleton singer by a stalker. And again, it's just the cutest. Fake dating, close proximity. It was just so cute. Hooked by Emily McIntyre. This one, me and my friend got to buddy read, but still haven't gotten to, so I think I might just kind of tackle it on my own. I love Peter Pan, but I've heard interesting things on this one, but I'm excited to get to it, to say the least. The Circus Train by Amita Parikh. Again, another book of the month book that I have not gotten to. Next, I have Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. Again, another book of the month book, which I think I should be able to get to in February. Romantic comedy, that just fits with the theme, so might as well. One of the last ones here is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I love Ninth House. I think it took a little bit to get into, but by the end of it, it was actually, I really liked it. So I'm excited to kind of see the kind of progression and see what happens with Alex. Again, if you plan on reading Ninth House, check the trigger warnings. There's a random scene in there that I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for Destiny that told me what happened. People just say a bathroom scene, and you don't know what's actually happening in that by that kind of tagline, so I would definitely recommend making sure you look that up before you read it. Next, we have Fairy Tale by Stephen King. Again, that was kind of one of his other recent releases too, in 2022, so I wanted to kind of get into that as well if I could. And then last on this TBR, we have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I know Haley absolutely loved this book, and she did it, I think, in a 24-hour reading vlog that she did, and I adore all of her vlogs, so I would really love to get to that. On the Kindle for TBR, that's just that. Actually, let's talk about the ones that I ordered, because that belongs on the TBR as well. The one that I got was 7 Year Slip, because everyone was freaking out about that one, so I'm excited to read that one. I think it was like on the top of some people's reads for 2023. I also ordered The Rewind by Alison Scotch. I think that was kind of like a New Year's kind of theme book, but I think it's just kind of people like getting together again. It's a romance, I think. So again, you can tell I don't know anything about half the books that I own, and it's great. I love it. But it just makes it that much more exciting, right? Yeah. Another one is The Light Pirate by Lily Brooks Dalton. This one I think was a dystopian description. I remember it because it was one of the choices on Book of the Month that I didn't pick one year, or one of the months, so I was really excited to, it was just a great idea of it. I just never got to picking it, and then it was $10 on Book Outlet, so might as well. Next, I bought book number 2 for Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, so I plan on continuing that series. I just need to, start the first book. Another one I got is The Queen of Nothing, which is book 3 to the Folklore series. So again, I have Cruel Prince, and I still need to get the second one. I think it's The King of something, but we'll see. And then another one I ordered is The Heart of the Sun Warrior. So that's book 2 to the Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Again, they're beautiful covers. I just need to read them. That would be really helpful. Next, we have These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. That's the last one that I ordered there. I'm excited for that one. I think I didn't bother trying to read it at all over the last year because I hate Shakespeare. No offense to the Shakespeare community, but I just never understood it. So as soon as someone compared it to that, I think I just kind of kept it out of my mind, and I wanted nothing to do with it. But the more kind of the year went by and people compared it to Assassins, I was just kind of like, okay, well, down for that. And then I also have on my Kindle Manacled I really want to get to, but I was told I need to finish reading the Harry Potter series first, even though, I watched all the movies, but I would like to finish the Harry Potter series first before I get to that. Again, if you plan on reading Manacled, track the trigger warnings. That one, like, even as soon as you click into it, the entire, like the whole first page tells you trigger warning, so look out. Next, I have Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, another fantasy that I have because I'm just in a fantasy mood, so we'll see how that one goes. Next, we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Again, book girlies were kept talking about it and said that it was amazing, so I want to get to that. The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen. She's going to be one that's going to be at Romance of the Rockies, so I wanted to try to make sure that I read some of her books, and I think she just released one as well, so I'll probably try to get to that. Curse of the Wolf King. Again, I know Sarah absolutely loved the Entangled with the Fae series, but I don't think she read that first one yet, so I love Beauty and the Beast, so I just want to make sure that I read that one first. I was attempting to think about trying the Throttled series by Lauren Asher, but again, we'll see about that one. By a Thread by Lucy Score. Again, the size of it just intimidates me, but I know everybody says that it's really good, so we'll see about that one. That is what I have on my physical TBR at the moment. So I'm hoping to try to tackle some of that in the next bit. So with having 80 plus books on my physical TBR, I'm hoping to not buy any books for January and February. Now, I need to make sure I hold myself to that. As soon as March 1st comes around, I'm sure I will be going and buying more books. Or I can always like window shop too, but I need to make sure I don't buy any more. Unless like, but then this is where I try to like convince myself. I finished Divine Rival, so I have to get Ruthless Vows because I don't want to forget it. I'm not going to forget it because it was an amazing book. But I would really like to buy that one as well. So we'll see. But thanks for joining me today. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I hope you have a great day and take care. Bye.